Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor. I'm talking a little bit low because my son is not quite up yet and to get ready for school, but I had time to go ahead and do a video. Before I get going on this video, there's a lot going on this week, but before I get going on this video, I wanted to tell you all to go give Brad Combs a subscribe. He's at 9.89K, and the guy is well deserving of getting over 10K, and he's trying to get himself bumped over 10K. So go give him a subscribe and click the bell so that you're notified. He does a live stream every morning and at night, usually when I'm in bed going to sleep and about to pass out. But he does 2 live streams a day, and he's done some really good interviews. In fact, last week with Dustin Planthold, he did a joint interview with Roger Ver, and that one was good. If you hadn't heard that yet, you can go on Brad's channel and listen to that. Okay, Sibos started, I guess, technically yesterday, and Sibos is a huge conference. I think it's put on by Swift, actually, and it's about, well, if you look here, they say new challenges. Organizations face new challenges constraining their ambitions, including changing competitive landscape, unpredictable geopolitical pressures, increasing regulation, So it's basically fintech for the fintech industry, and it's one of the major conferences, and Swift puts it on, is my understanding. Well, we've already got a couple of pictures that are from Sibos. I saw this one from Dilip Rao from Ripple. Ripple stand K135 at Sibos, looking absolutely fabulous. This looks like a thumbnail to me. And then we've also got one from R3, 2 of the companies that are going to change the world. R3, Sibos is finally here. Stop by our booth, U134. Let's see what this one was. This was K135. Okay, so they may be on different floors. But it says, stop by our booth at U134 to learn more about the Corda platform, our recent success stories, how you can participate in our vibrant ecosystem, and come grab a smoothie. That would be interesting to go talk to those guys. Okay. We have a lot going on. I think everything's been coordinated this week that's going on. XRP Honey Bear, except for not this that I'm, not this that I'm about to show you. But XRP Honey Bear sent me this, and this is a tweet from Warren Davidson. Remember, Warren Davidson is the guy who is putting up the Token Taxonomy Act. And he says, still no hearing date set for the Token Taxonomy Act. However, there is a FinTech task force hearing scheduled this week. The best time for Congress to act has already passed. The next best time is this week. And he's tweeting out this article from CNBC. London just overtook New York for fintech investment, research shows. What he's saying here is that we don't have a hearing date set to talk about passing the Token Taxonomy Act, but we do. Our finance committee does have this clown hearing that they're going to do so that they can talk about Bitcoin, and that is the finance committee. So all that. It drives me up the wall. This is another one of those committee hearings where we get to watch all these Congress people try to pretend that they are smarter than and put down the people that they are interviewing on the panel. And what always ends up happening is the Congress people look like the fools that they are, and the real smart people are the ones that are being interviewed and treated with disrespect. That's typically how these go. But yeah, we're going to be talking, instead of getting some progress with the Token Taxonomy Act while these other countries jump ahead of the United States, we're going to talk about Bitcoin, and we're going to hear how smart all of the finance committee members are, or think they are. Chris P. at Chris Podog sent this. Now, you know, you've heard the saying about the canary in the gold, is it the canary in the gold mine, or anyway. to me, these are the types of things that you see about the economy, and when we've been talking about potential economic collapse and financial crisis. This is one of those flashpoints that you see. Thomas Cook collapses as last-ditch rescue talks fail. Thomas Cook has collapsed after last-minute negotiations aimed at saving the 178-year-old holiday firm. So when you see a company that's 178 years old all of a sudden fail, to me, that something like that's worth looking at and saying, wait a minute, what's going on here? Because it's probably an indicator of other things going on underneath the surface. And so write it down. I said it. This might be a flashpoint for things that are about to come. Okay. And then there's this from Michael at VAL5 Links. Global banking giant says XRP ledger is a potential game changer. I think this is a report from, let's see, it says a newly discovered institutional grade report from banking giant HSBC labels the XRP ledger as a potential game changer that could help cut across corporate boundaries and existing market structures. I'm not going to read a lot of this. I just wanted to read this line. DLT, this is from the report. DLT can streamline end-to-end value transfers, reducing costs, operational risk, and settlement periods. For example, Ripple's XRP ledger provides real-time cross-border settlements using tokens that represent central bank currencies. That is a significant thing coming from a huge bank like that. Okay, so now we knew that Bakkt was going to open today. So this is a tweet from them as of last night. Bakkt Bitcoin futures are now actively trading on ICE Futures US, while the Bakkt warehouse continues to onboard Bitcoin. We take our customers' trust seriously and are excited to serve this market. Now, I want to make a point about Bakkt, and this is from Michelle Vandenberg, sent me this. And this was somebody that tweeted last night, XRP researcher. Tomorrow is a major milestone in the digital asset world as Bakkt goes live. Let us not forget that Bakkt acquired DACC for a reason. DACC is bringing on its native support for 13 blockchains, which comes with support for 100 plus assets. And we covered this back then, and I swear I want to say that XRP was one of those. I'll look into that further. But then I want to make a further point. Chinu Patel at Chinu Patel 29 sent me this. Rhythm Trader, Bakkt is officially live. Reminder, the hype is backed with substance. Unlike other futures exchanges, this is settled in Bitcoin. Actual Bitcoin is paid out, not just the fiat equivalent to the price of Bitcoin. The result is better price discovery and liquidity for Bitcoin. Now, and still I want to stick with this because Mr. B makes an extremely important point. This is one of the things that really drives me crazy. A lot of times on the day of the launch of Bakkt or the day of the launch of whatever, a lot of people go to Twitter and they're like, oh, yeah, whatever. You said the price was going to go crazy on the day. No, that's not what anybody has said. And in fact, if you go and listen to some of my videos from yesterday, I said we're not saying that the prices are instantly going to go crazy because Bakkt is opening. It's a much more significant thing than that. It's a much more bigger picture thing than that. It's exactly what Mr. B is saying here. Perspective. The significance of Bakkt isn't some overnight price boom. It is Wall Street legitimizing crypto and bringing it out of the shadows and into the light for the whole world to see. It's a huge step. Keep your eyes on the big picture. And then if you look, you can already see the results of what the point he's making is here. And here they go. From Chinu Patel, he sent me two examples of what we're talking about here. The first one is that since Bakkt launched today, CNBC immediately starts doing featured guests about crypto, electricity. This is from Squawk Box. Electricity, the internet, and then the internet of money, regulating crypto. So in other words, the spotlight immediately goes on crypto, and so this is that you are about to see the legitimization of crypto phased in. And it's just starting. And I'll show you another example that Chinu Patel sent me. Bloomberg, who has been the most anti-crypto news media website or news organization besides Forbes. They say Bitcoin is growing up. Monday marks the debut of futures contracts offered by Intercontinental Exchange that can result in delivery of the digital currency. And instead of saying Bitcoin is growing up, they should have said Bitcoin is now legitimized, because now we're going to be told what they really mean is now, since we're the traditional financial media, now we can officially tell you that all this stuff is great and legitimate. And so that is what's going to be done. And let's see. Okay, moving along. Camo Ammo at Rocky Carter Inc. sent me this. Now, I'm going to end this video by showing you two things, and it's a really amazing to put them side by side. This is from Underdog XRP. History rhyming for anyone yet? And this is a tweet from this at XRP community. Do I follow? I need to follow them. It says Swift went live with its messaging services in 1977, replacing the telex technology that was then in widespread use. This video is talking about Swift, this cutting edge technology in 1980. It's rapid, it's standardized. We have a secure system. It's a lot cheaper to use than telex, which was the system, I guess, before. And this is the actual clip. You got to go see this at XRP community. But then watch that, and then watch this from Lionel at Lionel 462945550. Go and watch this. This is Mark Carney. This just came out. It's from Sibos TV. Mark Carney did put this video together. It's called Views from the Top. Mark Carney, governor of Bank of England, and he basically lays out the entire video. While you're watching it, you're just thinking ripple, XRP while he's talking. And then in the actual video, I got this from Hodel42. In the actual video, he says this: the bank is leveling the playing field between old and new. And he's talking about the old system versus the new system. It is amazing when you watch that, and you watch it in comparison to what the lady back in the 80s was talking about, how cutting edge Swift was. Everything's changing now, folks, and Ripple and R3 and XRP are going to be right in the middle of those changes. And I will be here. I am the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe and hit the like button, and tell your friends and family that times are a-changing. Thank you for listening.